welcome back. It is time for the mini painting. We got our brushes, we got our water, we got our miniatures, we got our paints. Got everything set up. I swear I'm going to put a title page in here one of these times. I got to copy it over. It's stuck on there. On the other scene collection, so we get that copied over. And then we can get it to where it's not just like, ooh, get ready, and then bam, what's up? So let's get some background music going here because I want some music to paint by. So let's get it going. We want this next. There we go. Don't set up a store. Haven't fired up media player for this stuff, so you know how it goes. Yeah. Okay then. Since you don't have one. Let's go ahead and get the library. No, we don't want the library. Let's just get the playlist going. There we go. Wait, where did it go? What? Where? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna call it that. We're gonna get some music going here pretty soon. Where is my folder? My arm is in the way of my monitor over here, so it's a little bit hard to see where we're going. There we go. Let's do that one, and that one, that one, and that one, that one, that one. Just drag it into there. What? No. Why won't it play him? Come on. There we go. There we go. Can we hear it? Is it playing? Oh, you know what? Stand by. Oh, that's loud. There we go. There we go. Turn that down a little bit. Holy smokes. That's really loud. Adjust the different audio settings so that way we can at least get the background music. Okay. Oh, I clicked the entirely wrong button. Okay, take two. I will just minimize that one. All right. Let's try this again. And let's come over here, get set up. Okay. It's a little close. There we go, that's better. Alright, so we got the leather done, we got the cloth done, we got the armor done. Might touch up the sword hilt a little bit. Might turn on my focus lock. There we go. So I might touch up the sword hilt a little bit. Gonna finish up his face and get his hair going. And then of course we gotta do the base there, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. How's the music level sound? Is it too loud, too quiet, too distracting? So let's see. So with the hair, we're definitely going to want a gray. Nope, that's not a gray. That is terracotta. Where did those grays go? I saw those here. Stonewall gray. Let's try shadow gray. See how that works. It's a little dark. I'm gonna give him slight highlights. Definitely want to get his eyebrows painted on there and then see if we can do his eyes. Let's see. Let's see. So shadow gray is almost like Space Wolf gray. It's kind of dark. So let's get out the dry brush. Where did my, up there it is. Need my paper towel. There we go. Just nice light coat to highlight that up. But I jumped the gun on that one. I wanted to do more of the, what's it called? Do his eyebrows first. Do the rest of his face, and then we can do the hair. But it's a good start on the hair. It gives it some highlights. So, all right. Let's see. What do we want? We definitely want black. That on there. Don't need too much of that. You know, or since we got it out, put a little bit of that on the top of my cap, so that way we get a good idea of what it looks like dry. Once that dries up, see? Black, we need a really fine paintbrush. Might get away with that. I wish I had another one of these, but newer, so it wasn't so crazy with the bristles. You can kind of see that, how it's all. Oh, we'll go over there. See how it's all frayed out there. Definitely need a new one of those. Look how small it is compared to my fingertip. That's just, thing is tiny. Let's see if we can get it to sharpen up a little bit more. Alright, so we got it down a little bit narrow there, so let's see if we can go ahead and get that on there. Let's just get some eyebrows painted on this poor chap. Or not, you know, because it dried out before we got there. There we go. Nice eyebrow. That'll work. It's hard to see that side of his face. Let's kind of see that we got an eyebrow on him. That's what I like to see. The plan coming together. We get it nice and detailed. Don't want it to get too messied up. There we go. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. Alright, so what do you think we need to do with his eyes? I don't know. I almost want to just put black on there, just kind of draw lines without doing any kind of white on there. See how that goes. But again, I have to rely on the tiny brush of, is it going to stick out? So let's do this. Let's see if we can do it. That's pretty good. Alright, come on, hand, don't let me down. That head, I swear, the shield just makes it so hard to get back there and get anything on there. Now I think we got some on his cheek, because he's got really high cheekbones for a miniature. It's just kind of really up there. You can kind of see it a little bit. Let's see, what color did we pick for him? Was it, I think it was Plague Brown. That wasn't Plague Brown, was it? No. It was bronze. We did bronze. There we go. A little bit of that. There's a bubble. More bubbles. No bubbles. Just tiny little touch-ups. Tiny touch-ups. There we go. Let's see, did we want to see if we could touch up his mouth a little? There we go. What do you think? I like it. Alright. Let's see what we can do then. with the gray. We'll do some dry brushing on his beard, his mustache, and his hair. Get that finished up. It's time to bust out the dry brush. Uh-oh, it popped out now. There were a lot of parts on the beard there to dry brush. Uh-oh, popped off. Popped off again. A little bit too... We'll put him down a notch. There we go. Get him well and wedged in there. There we go. I like that. Get a little bit of color on there. All right. Now, I guess we can start doing the base there. So for the base, I think what we're going to do is we are going to use more of the shadow gray as the base. I think it'll dry up nice and dark. Hopefully we'll avoid any touching of the miniature with it. So we're gonna have to pop him out of his base now finally. And we'll start painting the bottom here, painting the rocks. Well, maybe it's a little light. I don't know. We'll darken that up a little bit. A little black in that. Make it a little darker. A nice dark gray base coat for that. Rock there. Might put a little too much black. Might have to put a little more gray. Yeah, that's gonna dry up real dark. Okay, so one more drop of gray. That looks good. I'll dry up nice and dark on it. I don't know, I like this chisel blender that I got here. I think it's one I picked up from either Michael's. Yeah, it's probably Michael's. There we go. I'll definitely darken up a little bit nicer. Uh-oh. Did we run out of music? Did I not set it on repeat? I didn't. There we go. Get it down there in the cracks. We can get a nice dry brush on it with a lighter coat. Of course, whenever I put this on, it always seems like it's way lighter than it ends up being. Like, I was a little concerned about the mid coat on the purple for his skirt. Thought it might be a little bit too bright, but it darkened up nice and deep. All right. Because we're not putting any of the retarder medium into this. It's drying fairly quickly. Concentration. It's like, can I talk and chew bubblegum at the same time? Maybe. It might be possible. Ugh. It's such a pain. Because it's all just under there. Trying to get this brush down in there to what's the word I'm looking for to paint that middle spot. It's just kind of a real butt. Alright, there we go. Get those bristles in there without touching too much stuff underneath him. Because it really comes down right over here in the back. And then there's a seam right in the middle that's really causing all sorts of issues. Oh, and we touched a little on his leather there. Let's see if we can catch that. Oh yeah, that's drying up nice and dark. We hit that with a light gray dry brushing. It'll look awesome. This brush is really absorbent. It grabs a lot of that gray. Let's put it deep into the bristles. We were only really getting it right there at the tip, but it sucked it right up. This is a good brush. I'm gonna have to go back and get more of these. These are really good brushes. I'm really impressed with how much it absorbed and then how evenly it coated. What's that? What's the brand on that? It's the Painter's Touch. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it could be Painter's Touch. That's a good brand though. I really like that. That was money well spent. Kind of dry it off. See? Nice and solid. Or, go down here. It's got a little bit of paint down on the bottom. It's really hard to get there. These big fat brushes. This one, it's just really long, so you get it only on the tip there to get it out. These bristles, though, on this Vallejo brush, the dry brush, it sucks it up and it keeps that pigment in there. It's just dark. That other brush out there. We go. We'll put them over there so they can dry off. Give it a few minutes. Let's see. Do we want to do anything with her tonight? Besides repaint her black hair? Let's do that. Another one of the... Oh, it doesn't really... It's not very... I mean, I can see touch. Maybe it is Painter's Touch. Alright, let's put some black back down, since it appears that our black has dried up, so. Don't need a lot of it. We're only doing really doing touch-ups here. little bit more of this black on there. Front is weird though. Its texture is very odd. Yep. All right. Well, that gray darkened up nice and deep. We'll go ahead and put a dry brush coat on that. All right. Let's see, we'll do Stonewall Gray. Stonewall Gray seems like a nice light gray to put on that. Do that. We can do Cold Gray. Let's see if we can. Maybe. Yeah, I like it. Alright. Oh, we already got a little sample on the top there. Might have to put a little white in that just to kind of brighten it up a little. Or not. That might do. We'll see how it does with this coat and how it dries up. Whether it dries up lighter or darker. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, we're getting a little thin there. Paint that rock up a little. I think he is going to like that very much. Now let's touch up that sword handle, and I think we will call that mini done. I don't know, it's not the most perfect and not the most beautiful miniature in the world, but a little rusty at mini painting. It's not too bad, but I know there's better out there. But with practice makes perfect, and that was a lot of paint that just used out of that. We might have to go with another dry brush coat there. Looks like that one's darkening up a lot. That lighter gray, the Stonewall gray, was a lot lighter, so I think we're gonna hit that one after we take a small water break. All right. Don't need a whole lot of that since we're only dry brushing. Put cold gray there. It kind of really made a weird wolf gray. It's kind of a blue gray. Let's stick this over at the end. Stick that one back over there for the bronze flesh. And then wolf gray will go right there. That looks pretty good. There we go. I like it. Okay, now it's time for sword touch-up. We'll get the sword touch-up going. Let's see if we can get one of these littler brushes where we can dry brush with it. Use the big Vallejo one there. Now, the good question is, what brown do we want to use with that as the dry brush? Because it's kind of a dark, leathery brown. You know what? I think we will do Beastie Brown as the dry brush medium. Yep. You need to shake it. You can tell it's kind of separated. It's got that bluish stuff at the top. Needs to be mixed in. These things settle real quick. Shake them up and then it's like, whoop, settled. All right. We'll use this for one. Kind of already ruined a little bit. This is one of my oldest brushes right there. You can see where it's stripped off the paint. Don't dry out too quick. Uh-oh. So we got some purple on the sword hilt that I didn't notice. So we're going to get out the bright silver. We're going to hit those points with the bright silver. And then I think, just to be nice to Colton, because I know he loves the Thundercats, we're going to put an Eye of Thundera right there in the middle of his hilt. Alright, bright silver, where'd you go? There you are. Just regular silver. So we will need... Oh, we don't want that. We want bloody red. Because we want this to be a bright red, and then we're going to put the little black line right down the middle of it. And he will be happy. Might be a little too bright. Oh, it's just the mixing medium, or the medium of the paint. There we go. Yeah, that might be a little too red. No, just the mixing medium still. Because the bottom's real dark. The top's kind of light. And then it was gray oozing out the... out the top there. Yep, I like that. Right there. You know what? Well, we got it out. It's still very mixing medium-ish. Let's see how that dries. Alright, so let's touch up the silver. Put another coat on the sword blade here. Alright. Now we'll get rid of the silver. And come in with that. You know what? I think I will go with the gory red. That bloody red is just way too bright. There we go. There we go. Bring it back around, and now we'll do the back side. And all our black is dried up again, so you know how that goes. Over here, over here. Did the head disappear? Okay. Blow on this one a little bit. Let's see if we can get in there a little with this. There we go. I'll get out of there. So shiny, I can't really see. But you know what? Oh, you know, yeah, we forgot to touch up his leather. We got the brown on there. There we go. And I think he is done. Now, I want to try something. Puts a little tiny little bit of wash right here at the bottom. Just to kind of darken up this right here. Make it like a more like as a little bit in shadow. Sorry, I had to kind of do that off screen because didn't want it to get all crazy. Get a little bit of that wash on it. So it darkens it up so it looks like it's more like a pant leg. Sir Braves a lot with the Eye of Thundera. Oh, let's move it down there a little more. Let's see if we can move this real quick. Alright. Just set him like that. So that wash dries, and I think that's it for him. And we've been going for about an hour now, and since he's done, I want to let him dry, and then we'll see what happens. Real quick, I am going to see if we can flip over real quick without jacking too much stuff up. So hold on. We'll do some editing real quick. I want to kind of give you a sneak peek of our D&D layout. No, not the mute. See, I changed over to the new scene, and the scene already had the audio off. Even though it was on in the last scene, I'm telling you, buttons. I think I'm going to make an editing choice here. Although I think I'm going to brighten that up a little bit more. So we will go to the stats. Mal hit point. Because then we can come into the hit points at any time and adjust that. Move that up and over a little. You know what though? I'm gonna rename that to player 1. So that way we know it's that player, because that's player 1. What's the word I'm looking for? That's player 1's box there. It's not nearly as bright though. I'll have to change the color on that. A little brighter. There we go. How's that look? Does that look good? It's too bad I can't make that a little bit thicker font, because it seems to be a little bit thicker on the images. Let's edit that one real quick to where it's a single digit. We will say 8. No, not the size. Ugh. That is the bad thing about all this stuff. Is that it doesn't want to let me just move it. There we go. See, it's still lining it up weird. There we go. So now let's edit that. Still lining it up weird. Nah. I guess we'll just stick with the static hit points for the max hit points. And it did it again. We'll delete it. We'll just leave it like that. If we need to, we'll update the image and we'll just save it on the fly as we go. Then just go ahead and let this one come back online. Window capture 2. Go window capture, rolls, okay. Then we are gonna crop the heck out of this. And then the bottom. Close. There we go. Put that like that. I think that's a nice layout. Alright then. Alright, let's see what happens when we go back to... Awesome. And the mics are still on, which always helps. All right then. Oh, and see, we got in the image there now. All right. Well, you know what? I am done. So, thank you for joining us. I know it's a short stream, but at least we got something done. We got it accomplished. Looks like the wash is drying up real nice, and we're good to go. Just focus. Focus. There we go. Bam. Colton will be happy. Alright, so have a great night, and we will catch you next time. I think... Let's see what's going on. Go back over here real quick. And it looks like Geek and Sundry's rolling, so we'll just go ahead and host them real quick. Because we can't raid. And we'll go.